Hello there. This is an astrological forecast for Gemini for March 2012. And this also applies if you have a Gemini ascendant. So my dear Geminis, two big events this month. One is that your ruler Mercury goes retrograde from the 12th of the month until the 4th of April. And the other is that Mars is retrograde still all of this month and into the 14th of next month. So how's this going to affect you? Well, let's start out with Mars, because Mars is in your 4th house, this retrograde, sitting there. So Mars retrograde, it's looking at your goals. Mars slows you down to say, hey, now slow down, because Gemini, I know you're off in lots of different directions. You're very busy. This Mars retrograde is going to force you to look at your living situation. The people you live with or don't live with, how you're living, where you're living. There could be some disagreements with the people that you live with, also some disagreements with your family members, but you may just have to really sit down together and look at what it is you're each wanting. Maybe you're wanting different things. You may also want to stir up your home environment. Maybe you want to move. It would not be the best time to do it during the retrograde, but during the Mars retrograde to really think about what it is that you want rather than taking the action. Once Mars goes direct after the 14th of April, then things should start to move more quickly forwards for you. With Mars retrograde as well, you may look at the energy that you're putting into your home and your family. Maybe you need to reassess the amount of energy that you're devoting to that. Maybe it's too much. Maybe it's not enough, but this needs to come into more balance, and during the retrograde, it's going to give you an opportunity to look more deeply at what you want in your home environment and why. So it slows you down. Got a lot happening in your house of career this month. So it's shining a light on your career, Geminis. What is it you want to achieve? And once Mercury goes retrograde, this is a time to really reconsider your career. What is it that you want to do work-wise? What do you want to communicate to the people around you? Geminis, you do need to be heard. And with this month, we've got the Sun conjunct Mercury in your 11th house. So this is going to be a great time for communicating to groups, for talking if you want to give a talk or go to a talk. This is a very, very good month to do that for you. And it also could be beneficial for your career. Of course, Mercury going retrograde on the 12th of the month, as it's your ruler, you feel it more than most signs. So make sure that you don't do any really new projects during the Mercury retrograde, but it's a wonderful time for completing things that you've already been doing, and also a good time for doing some research. Also a great time for you, because it's in your 11th house, for reconnecting with old friends, old acquaintances, people that you've known from the past. You might even do that through some social networking. You might join some new social networking sites to fulfill this part of you. So the first month we got the Sun opposite Mars. So there could be some confrontations at work or in your family. It's important for you to be really aware of what it is that you're saying, and whether things are just coming out too quickly and you're not really thinking enough before you communicate. Venus conjunct Jupiter, great aspect for the second week of the month. For you, that's in your 12th house. So this is a great time for anything spiritual, anything metaphysical. Great time for studying astrology and any subjects in the esoteric field. And you may also have some very insightful dreams. It's also good for love relationships. And particularly for taking care of somebody that you love, for looking after somebody that you love, or for somebody to look after you and take care of you. Third week of the month, we've got Sun conjunct Uranus in your 11th, which could mean a surprise meeting of somebody new. That could be a friend. Fourth week of the month, we've got the Sun square to Pluto. This could have some effects on people in authority. You may have to deal with bankers or insurance companies. Make sure you've got some clear parameters and clear boundaries. And also make sure before that Mercury retrograde on the 12th, make sure you've backed up your hard drive, and also you've taken care of any machinery if you can get it repaired before the retrograde. All month we've got Jupiter trine to Pluto from your 12th to your 8th house. So there could be an inheritance, there could be some gains through somebody else. But it's also a wonderful time this last week of the month to resolve any situations in your life that have been troubling you. Great time to do that. So there you have it this month, my dear Geminis. Enjoy as much as you can a lot of the networking that I'm going to see you do with groups and organisations and giving talks or going to talks. Good time to think about this work-life balance, how much energy you're putting into your work and how much energy you're putting into your home, and really thinking and slowing down a little bit during this Mars retrograde. It's probably going to frustrate you a bit because Gemini, you do like to be on the go. Try to slow down, try to meditate, try to make the best of having Jupiter and Venus in that 12th house, which will really bring you some great rewards if you will meditate and you will slow down. I think you're going to get some amazing insights that will be very helpful to you and make your life much easier. So I wish you a great month. You might want to subscribe to my monthly newsletter for free on my website, or you might want to have a reading. Whatever it is, I'd be delighted to hear from you. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.